Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. So it's been a little while since I've done one of these videos and I don't know why. I think I just completely forgot about them after I did Vlogmas last year, and it's actually kind of been that long since I've gone through some of my current favorites. So I thought I would sit down with you guys today, and I've got a few things next to me on the floor, and they're just things that I've really genuinely been loving this month. And a lot of these I have purchased myself, but if I have been gifted anything, I will definitely let you know. And if it is a gifted item, I usually have a discount code with it. So all of the details regardless will be in the description box down below. And let's just get straight into it because I've got some really cool stuff to show you guys today. So first things first is actually the item that I am wearing, and this is my favorite activewear brand ever. They are a female owned and run business, and I'm just obsessed with every single drop that they put out. So this one, perfect because the weather is getting colder now. So I've got my little thumb holes, and this range is just so incredibly beautiful. This top has a built-in bra, so it's really, really flattering to wear. And the waistband on all of their leggings in this current drop are like crisscross ones, which are extremely flattering on your body. And I just love everything that they do, the material, the quality, and yeah, could not get enough of this brand. So it is called Butter Activewear. I do have a discount code with them. It is Emma10. They also just released some amazing jackets, which I shared over on my Instagram as well. So definitely get into it if you're looking for some new activewear for this season. The next thing I'm going to show you, I bought myself, and I actually bought two because I bought one for me and one for my boyfriend. And it is this, which is a little Pomodoro timer. And this is a little productivity tool that I use whenever I'm setting myself a couple of tasks. So you just have the little sort of timer thing under here, and you can like switch it on when you're ready to go, and it will just go to whichever time is set up. So that is really, really handy because, like I said, if I'm working on my business or editing a video or something and I just want to time block an hour, then I can pop that on. And the better bit about it is you're not looking at your phone, which if I have my phone sitting there, I will 100% check texts and notifications and all sorts of things like that. So I love these, and I think it was only like $25. So I'll link it down below. There's plenty of different ones you can get if you don't like this one, but I just wanted something really, really plain and simple with these particular time increments. Now, if you guys have been around here for a little while, you might be familiar with me talking about having some struggles with a little bit of hormonal breakouts and things happening around my jawline and chin area. So over the past couple of months, I've definitely been looking at a little bit of a holistic approach to what I'm eating, what I'm sleeping on, what my skincare and makeup is, and I definitely wanted to try and find a product that could be used to help me when I am kind of dealing with those breakouts, or if I can sort of feel one starting to begin. So I really wanted something that could kind of clear that area and just keep it really clean. So that is where this next product comes in. It is a sustainable, Australian made and owned, and it's by the brand Pollination Skin. So this is their Honey Shot Clearing Gel, and I'll show you what it looks like. It is basically just this clear kind of looking gel, and I use this both morning and evening before any serums and before any moisturizer or other skincare and things. So that is just the power of this product. It can soak into your skin, and it's very, very gentle, so it definitely can be used twice daily. So I'll go over a couple of the details for any of you honeys who are wanting to be a little bit more confident with your skin. But the best bit about the Pollination product is it uses Australian Manuka honey, and as we all know, skin is varied and each skin type deserves to be celebrated. I prefer skincare which is simple, natural, and easy to use, and that is 100% this product. It is just the best way to get healthy and happy skin, and such a simplistic part, like I said, that you can really integrate into your morning and evening skincare routines. So if you want any further details about the Pollination products, I would absolutely recommend having a tube of this for any time that you are really just wanting to clear a breakout and get back to feeling like your confident self. So I'll leave all of the details for this product in the description down below, and definitely go and give them a support because I really do love when we have Australian made and owned businesses that are just incredible quality products and using locally sourced things as well, because there is so many different aspects to that about being cruelty-free, sustainable, and low embodied energy use as well. Now, I did have a couple of these hair clips, but now I feel like I'm late to the game getting back into them. So if they're not on trend anymore, I don't care because I really, really like them and they're just the best way to get your hair up, which is what I've opted for today. And that is these sort of claw clips. And I really liked this one as well because I think the color of it is beautiful. It's kind of got all of those wintry sort of tones. And as we're heading into that season anyway, I'm feeling all the autumn vibes. So I just picked this one up from Ruby, which is like basically owned by Cotton On, super cheap. I think it was, yeah, $10. So they had them in a bunch of different colors and yeah, I really like these because they are big enough to hold all of my hair. Another thing I have been absolutely loving, and I think this is like having such a resurgence now, which is really cool because I've always loved taking photos and having memories and things. And honestly, I would vlog more of my life more often, but a lot of people around me don't want to be filmed. So definitely respect their wishes there, but I adore Polaroids. So this is a Polaroid that was taken of me and my partner when we were up in Byron Bay, just by a mutual friend who was traveling with us. And she took so many cute little Polaroids of everyone throughout the whole trip. And I just love the idea of film and like actual printed photos that are in the moment. They're not being edited. No one is like putting a filter on it or anything. It's just a raw, beautiful photo of people enjoying that particular moment. So it really makes me want to just go and get even a disposable film camera anytime I'm doing like a weekend away, because I just think those memories are so beautiful and it really gives me like that proper 90s nostalgia. Another thing I'm right back into now, it is the colder months, is tea. And that's because it's a really good way to replace my afternoon coffee. So I, like probably many of you, drink way more coffee than I should. And I really do need to start pulling back on it, just in terms of if I feel a bit restless in the evening when I'm trying to sleep or my anxiety is kind of kicking in. I think like the less caffeine in my system, the better. So I've really been replacing my afternoon coffee with an afternoon tea. And honestly, I feel like it's a little bit of an office worker curse. You just kind of have that feeling that you need the afternoon pick-me-up, but honestly a lot of the time we're either just dehydrated or wanting to have something sweet. So I ended up finding a really good replacement because I would normally have like green tea or peppermint tea, but I've been really loving this one from Higher Living. That's their licorice tea. So this is white tea, and they also do a really good sleepy tea as well. One more cozy item, because there is something that I'm absolutely in love with and I'm always going to be caught wearing around my home during the colder months, and that is slippers. And how cute are these? You can tell I've got like a little bit of a neutral theme going on in my life at the moment. I'm really into neutral creams and beiges and like travertine, boucle, all of that kind of stuff. So these are from a brand called Nap, and they are just the cutest things ever, and the quality is also amazing as well. So they're like a knitted slipper and they're really, really soft and spongy and padded and have the cutest little pom-poms on them. So these are going to be my most worn slippers this season for sure. So as I was just saying, something else that I'm really into is travertine. And if you've ever seen my little travertine DIY, if not, I will link it for you guys. But I ended up purchasing just some massive slabs of stone from Bunnings, and I kind of smashed them all up and created some really beautiful like jewelry and just general display trays over on a stand at my door. And I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I just think it's such a beautiful raw but also polished material. So you can depend which side that you're really into. I prefer the more polished side, but some people really like the kind of more dry raw side, and I just think it is so beautiful. And like I said, if you want the affordable version, you can just watch my DIY video because it cost me $18 and I made so many things out of it. The other home decor trend that I've been absolutely loving, though I will say I don't think it's going to have the most longevity, is the boucle look. So if you've seen any of these curvy bed heads, or maybe these cute little boucle chairs, or even a throw blanket, I think Target was doing them, then you would know exactly what I'm talking about. And I think it's such a plush, homely material, but it also looks really modern, and I definitely believe that that's where the trends are going at the moment. It's that minimalist, modern, very clean kind of look to your house, and I am obsessed. If I had enough room in my home, I would be getting a boucle chair for myself. Now that I am back in the office a lot, something I have been using heaps is this. So I got gifted a couple of these little perfume oils from Perfume Oil Expressions, but this one is by far my favorite. It's called Woodsy Santal, and it really smells like that Santal 55, I think, the Le Labo fragrance, and it is just beautiful and the perfect handbag size to take out and about with you as well. So I always do like to have that because I find sitting around in the office all day, or if I've been running around to meetings, I still want to be really presentable and smell beautiful. So I always take a little perfume as a top up, and this one's perfect because it's just a roll on. So you can kind of put it in all of your pressure points and be really refreshed for the day. Now, this isn't a fashion channel, but I do like to think I have a pretty decent wardrobe, and I am actually going to do a wardrobe clean out with you guys because I have recently just bought in a bunch of new stuff. So now I need to get rid of a whole bunch of other stuff. So I've been pretty active on my Depop account, just trying to clear a bunch of things out, but I'm going to do a huge update with all of you. But when I've been cleaning it out, I did find a couple of gaps for staple items that I was missing. And one of those items was just a really simple but like thick black belt. So I ended up just picking up this one from Decuba, and I really like it. It was literally only $25. And I know sometimes if you sign up in store or like online for their emails, I think they give you 10% off. So definitely recommend that if you're looking for really good basics. They have so many nice things, but I do find that their sizing runs a little bit big because even though that belt is a small to medium, I have to get an extra few holes punched in it so that it can be worn like high-waisted instead of down on the hips. So just be wary of that if you're like purchasing any clothes and stuff on there, because I found I've had to return stuff in the past that just was a little bit more oversized than I thought it would be. The other thing that was a gap and I finally committed to is a pair of long leather boots. So I ended up getting these beautiful ones off the Iconic, and I wore them for the first time today and I am obsessed. They are so beautiful, real leather. They're around about $300. I can't remember the name of the brand off the top of my head, but I will put it in the description box down below in case you guys are also looking for the perfect winter boot. But they're just the perfect height in heels so that they're still really comfortable to walk around. But ordinarily I had a previous pair that was more like a riding boot style as well, and they were flat based. So I did order some like that from Tony Bianco, but they were just really uncomfortable, and I think my style is just evolved a little bit from that phase and it didn't quite suit me. So those ones I ended up going with, and they are just beautiful, and they go with so many things as well for when you're feeling like wearing a dress or a skirt and not jeans, to kind of cover up a little bit more in winter as well. So very handy and a beautiful pair of boots. So if you guys follow me over on Instagram, you might have seen that this month I was partnering with a makeup company called Lust Minerals, and they're just based up on the Gold Coast, and their stuff, honestly, I'm not being sponsored for this, but all of the items were gifted, just to be like completely transparent with you. But I am so impressed. I think there's certain things that I prefer my other brands of, like a mascara, sorry. I'm very particular and I prefer my Marc Jacobs one, whereas their foundation is next level. Like even my boyfriend complimented me on how beautiful like my skin looked just with that sort of one coat, if you will, because ordinarily I was getting like 3 different foundations and kind of mixing them together to make my shade, whereas theirs is really good quality like mineral makeup. So just as an example, this is their mineral primer, and honestly the packaging is really cute, but the product quality is just really exceeding my expectations, and the wear on it as well is really long. So when I had a wedding last weekend, I wore the Lust Minerals foundation, blush and powder, and I did not even have to touch it up all night long. I literally couldn't believe it because I brought all of the stuff with me in my bag and I could have just left it all at home. An activity that I have been absolutely loving at the moment is planning some hikes with friends, and now that it is the autumn weather and it's really cooling down, it is literally the perfect time because it's not kind of too cold that you have to layer up in like a puffer jacket, like especially here in Victoria it can get seriously freezing if you're going for like a long early morning walk. But one of my favorite ones, if you are a fellow Victorian / Melburnian and you're kind of around this area, is Werribee Gorge, and I'll insert some pictures here, but honestly, this walk is phenomenal. It's so varied. It is around about 10 kilometers. So depending on like your level of fitness and I guess your desire to walk a certain pace or whatever, it might take you longer. But yeah, it's about 2 hours and I've done it a couple of times. It's got really fun terrain where it's like sort of up a big hill, down a hill, climbing over rocks. You sort of climb around a rock face over some water. There is also another track you can do that's like the sort of perimeter and things as well. So that's a really cool one. Even if you're just visiting Melbourne, I would so recommend going there. It's not that far out of town and it's a really, really beautiful walk. So definitely planning that one in a couple of weeks with some girlfriends. So the last item that I have to show you guys today is actually one that I feel would be an excellent gift or just something that all of us should have. And it's honestly never occurred to me to even look for an item like this because I just didn't know it existed. So I have to show you this because this little brand reached out to me on Instagram and they are called Rory, which is a super cute name, but it's a very important piece of tech. And essentially what it is this, and this is a little personal alarm that you can attach to your keychain. And I haven't actually tried this out yet, so we might have to try it, but apparently it is an ear-piercingly loud alarm. It says 130 decibels and it is to attract attention, bring eyes on you, create a diversion, or deter an unwanted situation or attack. So I know that is a very scary and confronting thing to talk about, but we've all probably been in situations, particularly women, where you might be walking home early in the morning or late at night or in a car park or something where you just feel a little bit uneasy. And that's just your intuition, you know, doing the right thing for you to tell you to be cautious in those situations, because you wouldn't want to kind of go into a situation like that just being oblivious of your surroundings. But I think this is such an important tool and such a great thing to have. I know there is definitely a broader conversation around we shouldn't have to, and, you know, violence against women or just violence in general is a major issue here and all around the world. But I just think it's absolutely amazing that people are creating tools like this. So it just says, if you're ever in a situation where you feel as if your safety is in danger, pull up and Rory will release an ear-piercingly loud alarm and a flashing strobe light. So should we try it? I don't know, I'm kind of scared. What if I can't turn it off? All right, here goes. Whoa. Okay, safe to say, I think someone would just completely bolt in the opposite direction if they would hear that. So what a handy tool and what an important conversation to be having with the women in our lives around us as well. So again, I will leave all of the details for the Rory in the description box down below. And as that item was gifted, I do have a discount code, which is Emma10. So that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed catching up with me on what I'm really enjoying at the moment and what some of my current favorite products are, because these are just things that I feel like I kind of can't live without at the moment, or I'm really enjoying using and being a part of. So thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.